Jeepers in the News, June 1963. Canna. The Pikes Peak Four-Wheel Drive Club's Canna lived up to expectations in all areas with the exception of the weather. The day dawned dreary, cold and wet, with a sharp north wind that brought MHJC and the PPFWD club members alike considerable discomfort. Aside from that, this was just about the finest event of its kind in this area. Mr. Richard DeMark and his track committee, as well as all the members of Pikes Peak Four-Wheel Drive Club, are to be congratulated for its planning and execution. There were two events offered, the barrel races and the popular cross-country race. Both were open to all four-wheel drive vehicles, and you saw everything from the Jeep to Scouts, Toyotas, Land Rovers, and even a Dodge Power Wagon. And the 44 vehicles entered in the cross-country, and the 23 entered in the barrel race. Race rules in both events attempted to equalize the competition by reducing all of the vehicles entered into three classes, 4, 6, and 8 cylinders. These vehicles raced against the clock in their own class, and the winner then re-ran the course. The driver who knocked the most time off his original time was declared the grand prize winner. The MHJC had a grand prize winner in both the men's cross-country and the men's barrel races in Jack Nicholas, Patrol 1, driving his V8 converted CJ6 with the Warren overdrive. He won a Ramsey winch for the cross-country and a set of Thor electric hubs for the barrel race. Since these prizes are identical to the equipment now on his Jeep, both are for sale. Trophies were given on both the individual class runs as well as the grand prize level, which makes description of the awards difficult. MHJC members took their share of trophies and awards both. Glenn Duro, Patrol 1, had the fastest time of the cross-country course, in all three classes with his V6 converted 3B with Warren overdrive, but he lost in the second go-around. He won a set of Husky hubs along with his second place trophy. Neil Lane, Patrol 12, beat Larry Wolbrandt out of first place in the cross-country four-banger class in a course rerun, which is perfectly legal. According to the race rules, a rerun could be made as many times as you wanted to put up an additional entry fee. Neil went into the final runoff, then to take third place in the men's cross-country, and won a set of seatbelts as his trophy. The only lady mile-high driver to come in for an award was Doris Duro, Patrol 1. She took first place in the women's cross-country four-cylinder class, driving Neil Lane's racer. She lost out to a pouring down rain in the runoff, but came in for a third place in the finals to win a $5 gift certificate. The cross-country course was a bugaboo, considering that it was no more than a mile and a half long on the outside. It began in a deep arroyo cut with plenty of sharp curves, which proved difficult in the deep sand. Continued across some open country to drop 15 feet off a dirt dam into a half figure-8 eye, back over some moderate hill climbs and side hill driving, to drop back into the arroyo bottom via a tricky two-stage drop-off with a wicked right-hand turn at the bottom, which brought you back on top of a side hill mesa for a spectacular wide-open throttle finish line. While for the most part, the cross-country race was driven prudently, there was some spectacular action. Clint Donnelly, with Jack Nicholas as his co-driver in his 3B racer, took the damn hill too fast. The 3B reared straight up a good 15 feet in the air, flew another 20, and landed squarely on the front end, causing considerable damage to the Jeep. It was withdrawn from competition and utilized as a used parts department for the remainder of the day. Norma Nicholas provided quite the spectacle too. With her husband Jack as her co-driver, 30 seconds out she lost control of Larry Wolbrandt's CJ5 racer in the deep sand and turned the vehicle over squarely on its roll bar. Since neither she nor Jack were hurt, the Jeep was righted and she continued the drive to take a third place in her four-cylinder class. Jim Bruner and Eddie Richner dumped one too. A tie rod broke as they entered the arroyo drop-off and the 2A rolled end over. There was no one hurt there either, but the Jeep was withdrawn from competition. Mary DeMark from the Pikes Peak Club took a shot at the cross-country course in the Dodge Power Wagon. She lost control in the sand and also took a 30-foot embankment straight on, minus safety equipment. She was taken to the hospital, and since there was nothing broken, came back to run the women's barrel race. She was awarded the Hard Luck Trophy and said she would use the money to buy seat belts for the Dodge. The barrel races were not as spectacular as a cross-country race, but did require considerable driving skill. Primarily, the same drivers who won the cross-country event trophies also won in the barrel races, with the exception of Tim Wakefield. A news release which came up from the Pikes Peak Club said they made $411 on the Kana, which will be put into their building fund. All Mile High members who enjoyed this race, why not drop them a line and tell them so? Me? I'm still finding muscles. Every darned one of them sore. Signed, Norma Nicholas.
Hey YouTube, we hope you enjoyed that production from the Mile High Jeep Club. If you'd like to learn more about us or possibly join, please click the link in the description below or simply go to MHJC.org. If you did like this video, I do ask that you please like and subscribe. We are trying to grow the channel, possibly even grow the club. Hope to see you on the trail. Thanks again for watching.